Hello and welcome to this Money Monday broadcast. I am Sterling Libs. I believe that one of the most valuable gifts you can give yourself is time. Time to make a success of your life. Time to be true to yourself, being authentically you, and living your life the best way you can without pretending to be someone else or trying to please everybody in order to fit in or be accepted by others. In your journey to becoming more inspired and emboldened to live an authentic and successful life is what I try to talk about in these broadcasts that I bring to you on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays. Today's broadcast, Mondays usually, I talk about money. I call it Money Monday. And this particular Monday, I'm going to talk about spending money. Have you ever heard of people saying, oh, hold on to your money, be careful with your money, and all sort of similar phrases? Whereas that is true, that you need to be careful how you spend your money, some people take it to the extreme. You might want to write this down. It takes money to make money. You'll need to spend money to be able to make money later. And you see that very much so in retail businesses who buy things that they resell later. And even in your life, sometimes you'll need to spend money to go, for example, and upgrade your skills so that you'll be able to get a much better job. What I would like you to look at spending money as, look at it as an investment. And with all investments, fundamentally, protection of your capital is very important. You will need to spend money. That is a given. You're not going to live your life just earning only without spending. It's just like trying to walk and just trying to walk on one of your feet. Just, hopping. You'll not get very far. You'll get tired. You need to take left and right, and that's what moves you forward. And even in business, the buying and selling is what moves a business forward. And in your life as well, if you need to advance as far as money is concerned, you will need to earn and to spend. But here's the thing. Spending should be done, but should be done wisely. And I want you to make note of that word, wisely. W-I-S-E-L-Y. Spend wisely. And I want to use that as an acronym to help us understand spending money. It's just because I do this in business. I advise business owners as far as their finances are concerned, just to maintain cash flow. And if you see the top companies, great companies, there is something in their business model that involves spending money, but it's about spending money wisely. And we are in this season of Christmas, a festive season, and a season where you're going to be buying lots and lots of things, gifts and all sorts of things. It's just wise that you should spend wisely. So let's get to it. Spending wisely. The first letter there is W. And you should spend your money where you have warranties for the protection of your money. That means that if you're going to buy something, know for sure that if anything goes wrong, you can return that thing and you can get your money back. That's why, for example, when you buy things from Amazon, there's that return policy. And I think in most countries, they give consumers that protection, give you a window of opportunity to return something. Never buy something, never spend your money rather, where it is done. If you must spend, then minimize such expenditures. Spend your money where you know there is protection for you, just in case you don't like the thing you've bought. Yeah, that's part of wise spending. One of the other things I do is that I also bank with a bank that helps me in this area. One time, I bought something from the US. It got shipped, but there were other costs that were not anticipated, that I didn't know were going to be there. Clearing customs here and all of that. I didn't think I was going to do that because I'd previously bought things from the US and nothing like that happened. So UPS, when the thing was delivered, was asking me to pay for these things, and I said no, I didn't have an idea this was going to happen, and the vendor in the US didn't tell me either. So we ended up back and forth for over a month. And you know what? I just went to the bank and said I dispute this transaction. So the bank asked me to send evidence of my purchase and what I've tried to do to collect the money, and I sent it to them because I had email correspondence with this with the vendor and a bit with UPS as well, and the bank just gave me back the money, through MasterCard. So I like this bank so much. There are other banks that I bank with that don't do this, but I particularly now use this bank here to be able to buy things, because I know if the purchase goes haywire and the supplier or vendor doesn't want to give me back the money, I can just go to the bank and dispute it legitimately. Though it's not that I just do that anyhow. So spend your money where you have a warranty, guarantees that it will be safe. Like I said, spending your money should be looked at as investments. Secondly, be intentional. That is the I. Be intentional in the way you spend your money. Just don't buy things because you've seen it on sale. Now, why are you buying whatever you're buying? What purpose does it fulfill for you right now or in the near future? You need to have a purpose for your purchases. Just buying things because there is a sale or because it looks cheap or it looks nice, it's shiny, is not a wise use of your money. It's not a wise way to spend your money. So have an intention as to why you're buying. You'll be surprised how many people just go to the shops. They're going to buy just a small thing like that, and they come up with a bag full of stuff, and you wonder, why did you get all of those things? Oh well, it was on sale, and it's a good price. All those little expenditures that you incur add up later, and I bet you that's not a wise use of your money. Be intentional, be purposeful in the way you spend your money. The S in spending wisely means you need to, when you buy things, look and see whether there is a resale value for that thing, because after you've used it for a while and you say, I want to dispose of this thing, how much can you get for it? Does it hold its value for a long time? I know sometimes, of course, some things, just use it, you consume them, that's okay. But there are some things that you'll use and then you might want to get rid of it at some point. Look and see whether it has a good resale value. Things like cars, machinery, and all those other things that eventually you'll need to get rid of, maybe to get a new one. See whether it has a good resale value, and then spend your money there. That's wise spending. The other thing that you need to look at when you're spending money is to engage with your vendor. Negotiate. When they tell you that this thing costs this much, just don't pull your wallet or your card and pay for it. Sometimes it's good to negotiate, and when you do big time purchases, try to negotiate. And even when you're buying things on whether it's Amazon or whether it's online, try to shop around online, see whether you can get the same thing maybe cheaper on eBay, maybe cheaper on the website itself, the vendor's website itself, instead of buying it from Amazon or something like that. Try to negotiate. You don't have to directly negotiate with the with their vendor, but sometimes just the shopping around is an act of negotiation, an act of you trying to engage in finding a better deal for yourself. That is wise spending. And then once you've done all of those things, you need to look and say, do I have a long-term view in my expenditures, in my spending money? Have a long-term view. Don't spend your money just for short-term sort of things. Have a long-term view in mind when you spend money. Remember, money, when you spend it, look at it as an investment. And finally, the why. Wisely, like I said, the last letter there is why. And that means say yes to other people who will come and try to sell you things at a cheaper price, because maybe they're just trying to get into the market. There are people who start up businesses and they're trying to gain some sort of customers, and they come to you. You might be buying things from someone else for a very, very long time, but something that this person is offering you could be of equal standard or value to what you've been buying, but just because they're trying to make entry in, they're offering you at a lower price. Take it. Say yes to such things. That is wise spending. Also, by doing that, you're encouraging this person to come up, and that you're doing a morally right thing as well, helping someone else build their career or their business. So there you have it. We ought to spend money. Don't hold on to your money, because when you do that, that money will not help you that much. You need to let it go in various ways, and it will come back to you. You know, holding on to money is like a river that flows. They say that the Dead Sea, there's no life in the Dead Sea. And you know why? Everything flows in there, but nothing comes out. So don't let your life not be like that, where you just receive money, but you don't give out money, either to charity or in spending it, because spending money helps you make money, if you didn't know that. So spend, but spend wisely. There you have it. This is our broadcast, Money Monday broadcast, and I hope this was useful to you. I'll speak to you again sometime this week. Bye-bye for now, and be sure to take good care of yourself. Bye-bye.